Good evening. How are all of you doing today? I hope you're doing great. We got a great stream for you. We're going to be talking about driving lessons and practices you need to improve. If you don't know, I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first most important thing is to get into the car and put on your seatbelt. I've seen a lot of teens and adults forget to do that simple step, and then you end up failing your test. So make sure you put your seatbelt on. Next, let's talk about proper signaling. I like to test my signals. Up is right, down is left before we move out onto the road. Make sure those signals work. Make sure your headlights and tail lights work. Always be ready for people to pop out between cars. I try to teach my students to look around, look underneath the car, look around the car, look ahead, scan your areas because little kids think cars are monsters. And many people who are out walking their dog have headphones on, don't hear horns. So you have to be that defensive driver. Let's go ahead and talk about steering and lane usage. You need to drive with both hands on the wheel. There are various ways. There's 10 and 2, 9 and 3, 7 and 5, 8 and 4. The most important thing is that you drive comfortably for your style. I have very long arms, so it's really important that I'm comfortable. You want to have a bend in your elbows. You want to have great control of the steering wheel. Okay. Next, you want to keep your vehicle in the center of your lane. You don't want to be too far to the left of the lane. You do not want to be really close to the right. Proper spacing is critical for your success. Let's talk about staying right to the center line. This way, you can see things to the left, you can see things to the middle, and things to the right. Eye movement is really critical. In those early learning phases, a lot of beginning drivers simply look down. And when you look down, you're not scanning your environment. Your environment could be your local school during a Friday football game. Your environment could be your neighborhood early in the morning. Your environment could be going to downtown Chicago, downtown Detroit, downtown Cleveland. It's really important that you manage that environment and that you stay consistent with your speed control and your defensive mindset. Let's talk about changing lanes. You have to check vehicles that are approaching. You have blind spots. One is on the left, one is on the right, you have one in the front, and you have one in the rear. If you're making a blind spot and a lane change to your left, mirror, turn signal, blind spot. Physically look over your shoulder. If you're making a lane change to the right, mirror, your center mirror, your turn signal, which is down, and you look over your right shoulder. Check those blind spots. You want to make sure you have great speed control. Great speed control is critical to your success. And when you have good speed control, you're able to judge distances and take your time. Let's talk about speed and following distance. A lot of beginning drivers do two things. Either they go too slow and they're 10 or 12 under the limit, and this causes a dangerous situation where you're going to have to slam the brakes or accelerate really fast through a light. Both are dangerous. You want to take your time. You want to be patient when you're driving in heavy traffic. You want to go through the flow and make sure that you have great speed control. I call it have good speed, have good space, and have a smile. Driving should be peaceful and enjoyable. And if you're not having fun, then why are you even taking driver's ed? Let's talk about a minimum of a 2-second following distance. This is the minimum. You want to pick a stationary object, 1001, 1002. But the more following distance you have, the more you're accurately able to slow down and adjust to different driving situations. Let's talk about response to weather. Increase following distance when it's adverse weather conditions. This could be fog, this could be rain, this could be snow. Take your time. Many of you are in high school or early college. You're going to be getting out, starting up that car, letting it warm. Those windows are going to be fogged up. Start your car up for a few minutes. Clean off those windows. Make sure you have adequate time to get into your car, let it warm up, and then go on to school and be safe. Let's talk about stopping at intersections. Intersections are the most dangerous place. Why? Because you have cars coming from all directions. People do not stop. They simply blow through the intersections. What do I need you to do as a beginning driver? I need you to stop for 3 seconds. I need you to look left, center, and right. Again, with me, look left, look center, look right. You've got to look around at intersections. There's so much going on. And a visual obstruction could be a tree, could be a bush. So take your time, look around trees, look around bushes so you can really see what's going on. Um, De-accelerate gradually when stopping at intersections. Why? You could slide through, right? Take your time. Stop before the crosswalk because we have pedestrians who are walking through this crosswalk and you want to give them room. Let's talk about yielding to pedestrians. Yield to pedestrians. They always have the right of way. Reduce speed when pedestrians approach. They could have headphones on. They might not be paying attention. Tap the horn to alert bicyclists, occupants in parked vehicles near the roadway because a door could swing open and you don't want to have a bad day. Let's talk about backing up. The best backup camera are these two beautiful eyes. Look out of your back window, turn your head and look out of your back window as you back up. Don't rely on that backup camera. That is there to help you, but the best backup camera are your two eyes. Look behind your vehicle. Also, turn physically around. So if you're backing up, you're turning around and looking out of your back window. Put your right hand on the passenger seat. This will rotate your pelvis, and then you'll be able to look out that back window. Okay? Let's talk about parking. Signal your intention. Let people know, hey, I'm going in this first angle spot by the door. Turn on that blinker. It lets people know. It lets cars know. You want to make sure your car's in park. If you don't, your car is going to roll forward and hit a car. And if you have a manual, you put it into gear, you pull up a park brake, and make sure everything is good. Let's talk about turning. You want to reduce your speed before you go into the turn. A lot of beginning drivers go too fast. They overspeed, and the car goes really wide into the wrong lane. They cut the turn short. And if you cut the turn short, you're going to go over the curb. Signal at least 100 feet, a half a block. This lets other drivers know behind you that you're starting to slow down. This gives people a chance to change a lane or reduce speed. Turn into the proper lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. I'm a state certified instructor. If this is Driving with Myles, and if you enjoyed this, subscribe to my channel, turn on bell notification, and give it a thumbs up. Bye.